What is going on? It is another day out here in the barn, and I think our plan of attack for today is to finish up this front axle here on this old green Jeep. It's going to be putting the hub bearing, backing plate, dust shield back on, rotors, brake calipers and bracket, putting the diff cover back on, filling it with fluid. Got to put a bracket back on that upper ball joint stud. I've got to put that back on there. I think that should be it for the front. And then it's just a matter of waiting for the parts to get here from East Coast Gear Supply for the master install kit for the rear of this, and then we'll see what we can do with that and see if we can't get that thing set up correctly. Hopefully it goes as easy as this front ring gear and assembly went back in and got a good pattern on it. Granted, I really didn't do much to it other than take it out, but anyway, how my luck's been going on this, I'm surprised it wasn't more difficult, but it wasn't. So yeah, hopefully sometime here, hopefully tomorrow, I'm putting this thing back on the ground and driving it for a couple of days to make sure nothing's messed up and that it's gonna be good. Well, yesterday afternoon, I got the front axle about 95% put back together. Obviously got to put the diff cover on, put fluid in it, And kind of noticed something else. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that brake line's on backwards. So they did that, but they got her done somehow. Yesterday afternoon, got a few little things done around the shop here. I got a air hose dropped right there for blowing off parts as they come off the parts washer. Got this, all that stuff that's up there on those shelves used to be on this bench here. And I decided I needed more room, and this was just pretty much going to be for part storage and whatever tools I have for that particular job or for whatever I'm working on that particular job that I'm working on, basically. Yeah, so all that stuff was on this bench, and I finally got all that stuff moved and put up there and organized. At some point, these two air compressors are going to go over on the other side and go out of there, and I'm going to probably take this center post and wall out right here and make that one kind of a tool storage area. Yeah, there's that stuff there. And this had gloves and towels and trash bags and things like that in it, but decided to make it a kind of another tool storage area for my gear tools and just some other fab type stuff and some other specialty tools, bearing race drivers, seal drivers, tap and die set, a couple other oddball tools, and everything that was in there. Probably won't be able to see anything because the lights aren't warmed up. But all that, some of that stuff was there, but I haven't found a place for it yet, but it's all in here now. I can't see that at all, but anyway. So yeah, might do some other miscellaneous stuff here in the shop today, because we are waiting on the parts for the green Jeep to finish putting the rear axle together on that, and hopefully roll this thing today. I'm going to, after I get through doing this, I'm going to drive it and put some miles on it before I give it back to him, just to make sure it's all right. Because like I said, I've been a total idiot doing this work, because I've never done it before. So yeah, I don't know what I knew what I was doing, I just had never done it before. Never actually physically put my hands on it and just physically done it. So yeah, that's going to be the goal for today, is get this thing back on the ground and start driving it. Alrighty, well, my parts from East Coast Gear Supply are here. So that means that I can get started on this thing. It is, when is it? Yeah, good grief, it's already 4 o'clock. So, but anyway, I did get one little thing done here this afternoon while I was waiting on parts that I'm very happy with. Go up here and show you. Yeah, see, kind of dark. Bright for a change. Yeah, this used to be very, very dim. I couldn't even see bolts and parts and things like that. Yeah, no, that was a definite improvement there as far as that goes. I am going to I got 2 more of those lights. I'm going to put one more on this side and another one on the other side. Yeah, it should be easier to see inside cabinets. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can actually see what's in there. But that's what I did this afternoon while I was waiting on those parts to get here. But they are here, so I guess it is time to get started swapping out bearings and putting this thing together and hopefully being done with it. Well, I didn't get as far along today as I was wanting to get, but parts didn't get here till about 4. So I kind of got me a late start and I got sidetracked with a few other things. But I did get some shop stuff straightened out, which is always a good thing. Definitely got more lights up there in my parts room, so I can see now when I go up there and look for bolts. That was the biggest thing. Bolts and small parts and things like that. But I did get something accomplished on here on the old green Jeep. Got the races, got the pinion races in. So that is good. But try and get out here tomorrow and get this thing put back together and take it for a drive. See what happens. See how much noise it makes or doesn't make. So that will do it for today. Catch you tomorrow.